Since the new The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming soon, I'll cover everything you need to know with a little bit of my own theories. So let's jump right into the video, folks. We need to talk about Demise. Since the latest release of Skyward Sword back in 2011, the boss was a Demise, an ancient evil who cursed Zelda and Link's bloodlines to have an infinite loop of hatredness and evil, which makes sense since all the video games are the beginning of the same story all over again. Now, what does this have to do with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Well, the logo that appears in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has a snake eating its own tail, which represents the infinite loop that was caused by Demise himself. Note, if you didn't play the game, Demise was sealed in the Master Sword. Now, in the trailer it showed that the Master Sword that Link had was dropped by the hero himself to try and save the princess that was falling because of the awakening of Ganondorf. When we see the Master Sword, how it's grabbed by the Malice and is now gone. Well, not technically gone, but don't worry friends, the Master Sword is getting its own revamp. Thanks to the logo shown in the trailers, we now see that the sword cut in half is now repaired with a weird sonai technology. In all the trailers, we see the upper world, which has a lot of platforms which you can jump down and skydive into the overworld, which is super mega cool. In the first trailer, we see the castle floating up and many other platforms as well. In the beginning, we see that we get the power of the sonai, which lets us use our right arm like a Sheikah slate, but with more uses. And with that, we can travel through the upper world easily and do more mechanics with a sonai arm. Now I think we're going to start in the upper world since we don't have the new paraglider, which supports more of the wind up there. And we're going to make our way upwards to complete the first dungeon. Yes, a dungeon. We see different dungeons in the trailers, and it might be possible that we will get more cutscenes too. We've seen a lot of clips where it shows that the surface has grounds and new locations that might have some interesting missions and otherworldly enemies. One thing I'd like to mention is this sick pyramid temple rising up from the ground, which looks like a new dungeon which is in the desert that the Gerudo is in. Looks interesting, and the new enemy outposts are insane. They rise from the ground and attack while being on a moving surface. Really cool. Moving to another part, the holes on the ground look like a way through the underground, which we're gonna talk in a second. It looks really freaking cool. Third tier, the underground. I think every tier from upwards to downward has a difficulty level. If not, that would be really cool. Anyways, back to the tiers. It looks like every enemy is covered in malice. Really difficult enemies to battle. Maybe even more difficult than the golden enemies. And we saw railways and ancient enemies inside and even a sick dungeon. Wow, this looks very awesome. We saw Sidon, Riju, and Torelli in the trailers, all grown up and ready to fight against evil. Sidon is seen fighting along Link, Riju is seen helping Link and Sidon as well, and we see Torelli flying with Link upwards to fight the bosses. One last thing, and if you stick this long, I'll talk about why it's called Tears of the Kingdom. Well, there's different clips where Ganondorf and other people have quote-unquote tears, or well, gems that look like tears. I think, and this may be the possibility, we need to collect every single gem, and when we do, we unlock the final boss battle. I don't know, but this sounds amazing. So yeah, that's 4 minutes. I think I did pretty good. I think I covered mostly everything you need to know, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, peace.